The evolution of a Roblox player. Every Roblox player has a story, a beginning, a middle, and, well, not really an end, because let's be honest, nobody actually quits Roblox. We all say we're done, but then a new game drops, or a friend says hop on, and suddenly we're back at 3 a.m. building a pizza factory. But every player goes through phases. And no matter who you are, you've lived at least some of these stages, so let's take a journey through the life cycle of a Roblox player. From their first wobbly steps as a noob, all the way to the grumpy but legendary veteran. Stage 1, the new noob. It all begins with the default avatar you spawn in for the very first time. No Robux. No clue. No hope, your outfit screams day one. The classic smile face. The free blue pants. The gray torso. Pure bacon hair, you don't know how to chat. You don't know what a VIP server is. You walk off edges constantly because you're still figuring out that WASD actually matters. You ask questions like how do I get a pet? In games that don't even have pets, sometimes you don't even realize what game you joined. You just clicked play because the thumbnail had a dragon on it, and every noob has at least one tragic moment. They see a door. They try for 5 minutes to open it. Then someone walks through it because it wasn't even locked, or worse, someone in chat says, press Alt F4 for free Robux, and you already know what happens. But here's the thing. Every Roblox legend starts here. Every pro, every YouTuber, every developer. At some point, they were a confused noob walking in circles in a simulator. Stage 2, the first game phase. Eventually, every player finds their first real game, and once they do, they're locked in. For some, it's Adopt Me. For others, Brookhaven. Some stumble into Murder Mystery, Arsenal, or a random tycoon, but whichever game it is, they play it non-stop. 4 weeks. Maybe months. It becomes their entire Roblox identity. They send friend requests to every single person in the lobby, they beg for free pets, they scream wait for me in all caps whenever their friend goes 2 steps ahead. When they finally get scammed for the first time, it's the end of the world. They'll tell the story for weeks like it's a tragic war memory. I trusted them. I traded my dog. And they left. Just left. This is also the era of screenshots. They take 50 pictures of their first house, their first pet, their first sword. And they probably save it all like it belongs in a museum. And let's be honest, you can always tell someone's first game because it's the only one where they actually know what they're doing. Stage 3, the first Robux purchase. One day, everything changes. The player gets their very first Robux. This is the glow up. The rebirth. The I'm not like other noobs moment. Suddenly the bacon hair is gone. Outfits get upgraded. They flex the cheapest 5 Robux shirt like it's designer Gucci. They spend 30 minutes in the avatar shop trying on every animation like they're walking a fashion runway. Of course, there's always regret. Everyone buys at least one dumb item with their first Robux. Some ugly UGC hat. Some random sword gear that doesn't even work anymore. But it doesn't matter. Because in their mind, they've officially leveled up. They're not just a Roblox player anymore. They're a Robloxian with Robux, and here's the funny part. They still walk into every lobby like a noob. They still fall off ladders. They still don't understand how to play half the games, but now? They look good while failing. And that's what counts. Stage 4, the competitive era. The glow up is over. Now it's time to sweat. Every Roblox player eventually stumbles into a competitive game. Arsenal. Bed Wars. Tower of Hell. Doors. Obbies. This is the era where they become toxic. Suddenly chat is full of easy and L. Every win is bragged about. Every loss is blamed on lag. Chat reenactment looks like this. Player 1 is Player 2. No skill, just spammer. Player 3. Bro, I was lagging. Player 4. Cope harder. Every time they win, it's skill. Every time they lose, it's lag. They talk about hitboxes like they're esports pros. this is also when they develop their first Roblox rival. Some random stranger who beat them once. They'll never admit they lost fair and square. They'll hold that grudge for weeks, and deep down, every single one of us has lived this phase. We've all screamed at our screens because we missed a Tower of Hell jump by 1 pixel. Don't lie. Stage 5, the Explorer. Eventually, the sweat phase calms down, the player starts to wander, they branch out into tycoons, simulators, role plays, they join 20 games in a day, play each for 5 minutes, and then hop to the next. Their favorites list becomes a graveyard of random games they'll never open again. They discover hidden gems, little games with 10 players that somehow become their obsession for a week. But no matter what they find, they always circle back to the popular ones. Because let's be honest, everyone returns to Brookhaven eventually. Stage 6, the fashion icon. At some point, the player becomes obsessed with their avatar. This is the fashion icon phase. Suddenly, the game doesn't matter. The fit matters. They spend hours in the catalog, mixing UGC hats with layered clothing, trying to look unique. They make whole alt accounts just to experiment with styles. Their avatar cycles between edgy black and red, cottagecore pastel, and random free bundle with a goofy accessory. And every time they join a lobby, they immediately ask, "Do I look good?" Fashion icons are powerful. Until someone walks in wearing headless and core blocks. Then it's game over. Stage 7, the game developer dream. It happens to almost every player. At some point, they say, "I'm gonna make my own Roblox game." So they open Roblox Studio. And that's when the chaos begins, free models everywhere. Lava floors, random trees, 3 unanchored blocks that fall over instantly. They proudly publish their first tycoon. It has 0 save features, 1 button that doesn't work, and a broken conveyor belt. They invite all their friends to play. Everyone joins, looks around for 30 seconds, and leaves, but the player doesn't care. Because in their mind, they're officially a Roblox dev. They even update the game description to say beta testing like it's a real launch, and honestly? Respect. Because even if the game is terrible, it's the first step for every future Roblox creator. Stage 8, the trader or grinder. Next comes the grind. Some players get obsessed with adopt me pets. Others dive into trading limiteds. Others spend days farming blocks fruits levels. This is the phase where people suddenly speak only in trade language. They don't say hello. They say LF neon fly ride shadow. They AFK farm for hours, just spinning in circles to collect cash. The chat looks like this: Player 1, LF neon fly ride shadow dragon. Player 2, that's worth 3 frost furies min. Player 3, scammer alert. And then a random noob just types, "Who want free dog?" They brag about their inventory non-stop, claiming it's worth way more than it actually is. And you know what? You either respect the grind, or you laugh at it. But either way, you can't escape this phase. Stage 9, the content phase. Eventually, every player thinks, "I should make a YouTube channel." And so begins the content creator era. The username suddenly has Whitey at the end. They narrate every move like someone's watching. Even when the lobby is empty, they upload 5 obby videos in a week, each one titled in all caps, "Impossible Obby Challenge." The videos get 2 views. One from their mom, one from their alt account, but it doesn't matter. Because for that moment, they feel like a Roblox YouTuber, and then comes the editing disaster. Their videos either have 0 editing, just raw 45-minute footage with background noise, or way too much editing, like sound effects every 2 seconds. A giant OOF meme popping up every time they fall. They beg their friends to subscribe. They set their status to road 250 subs. And every lobby they join, they announce, "I'm recording. Say hi to YouTube." The content phase is glorious, because it's when Roblox isn't just a game anymore. It's a performance. Even if nobody's watching. Stage 10, the group collector. Every Roblox player eventually goes through the group phase. They discover that Roblox has groups. And suddenly, they join all of them, cafe groups. Military groups. Anime fan groups. Random groups with no description at all. Their profile starts to look like a junk drawer. They don't even know what half the groups are. They just like the feeling of clicking join. Then comes the day they try to start their own group. They make a logo in MS Paint. They spend all their Robux on the group fee. They write a dramatic description like, "We will rise above all other clans." And then nobody joins, so they invite all their friends. Now the group has 5 members. 4 of them are inactive alts, but hey, it doesn't matter. Because when you're a group collector, it's not about playing. It's about status. Stage 11, the hacker paranoia phase. One day, the player hears about hackers, and then it's over. Every single death in Arsenal? Hacker, every lag spike? Hacker, every suspicious player? They're hacking. The paranoia grows. They type in chat, "Careful guys. I think there's an exploiter here." Nobody else sees anything. But they're convinced. Sometimes they even accuse their own friends. "Bro, how did you hit that shot? You hacking?" They report 5 players a day. They screenshot everything like a detective. They swear they saw someone walk through a wall. In reality, the guy just used a door, and eventually, they become that person in the lobby. The one who cries hacker the second they lose. Deep down, we've all been there. Stage 12, the event hunter. The event hunter is the one who plays Roblox for free items, egg hunts, avatar items, sponsored collabs. They'll grind for hours just to get a free pair of wings. Their avatar looks like a walking advertisement, covered in random event swag from 2017. They'll brag about owning limited event items nobody else cares about. They'll say things like, "You can't get this hat anymore. It's rare." But really, it's just a boxy backpack from some old Nerf event. And the event hunter has war stories. They'll tell you how they spent 3 days trying to unlock a sword. Or how they stayed up till 2 a.m. because the event was ending. To them, the grind is worth it, because that item becomes part of their Roblox identity, even if the item looks terrible. Stage 13, the veteran. Finally, we reach the end game. The veteran, this player has seen it all. They've lived through old Roblox, new Roblox, and everything in between. They know about random 2014 events nobody remembers. They complain about how the old days were better. They still join games daily, but only play for short bursts. They don't grind. They don't rage. They just vibe. Veterans can spot a new player instantly. They can also smell a scam from a mile away. They've seen every trick in the book. They also love telling stories. Back in their day, Roblox looked different. The chat box was different. The avatars were blockier, and they'll remind you every chance they get. The veteran is nostalgic, wise, a little grumpy. But they'll never leave, because Roblox isn't just a game to them anymore. It's a whole chunk of their life. Stage 14, the nostalgic return. This is when players who quit Roblox for months or even years come back. And it always feels like stepping into a parallel universe. They log in, expecting to see the same old Roblox they left behind. But instead, it's like walking into a whole new city. The graphics look shinier. The avatars are taller. The games they used to grind for hours? Gone, replaced by tycoons they've never heard of and obbies with thumbnails that look like Netflix posters. And their friends list? It's like a graveyard. Half of their friends haven't logged on in 1,000 days. The other half are wearing layered clothing that makes them look like Roblox supermodels. They scroll down the list, whispering, "Where's Jake? Where's Emily? Oh wait, Emily unfriended me in 2019 after I scammed her out of a pet and Adopt Me." The nostalgic player will always do the same routine on their first day back. Step 1, check their old favorite game. Step 2, try to play it, only to realize nobody else plays it anymore. Step 3, wander into a new game that's way too complicated, type "how do I play" in the chat, and instantly get roasted by a 12-year-old who's been grinding it since yesterday. But here's the funny part, once the nostalgia kicks in, they start talking about the good old days like Roblox veterans. They'll say things like, "Back in my day, you didn't need Robux to look cool. Who remembers when we all played natural disaster survival for hours? Man, I miss when sword fighting on the heights was the best PvP." Meanwhile, everyone else in the server is just trying to grind coins in silence. The nostalgic return stage is when Roblox becomes less of a game and more of a time machine. And deep down, players realize they didn't come back for the new stuff. They came back to chase the feeling of when Roblox was their whole world. Stage 15, the Roblox Philosopher. This is the final stage, the ultimate transformation. This player has seen everything. They've been the noob, the traitor, the event hunter, the game developer wannabe, the fashion icon, the scam victim, the veteran, and the nostalgic returner. And now, they've become wise. The Roblox Philosopher doesn't just play games. They observe. They'll join a lobby, watch chaos unfold, and instead of raging or trolling, they'll drop life lessons in the chat. Player, how do I beat this level? Philosopher, it's not about beating the obby. It's about learning patience along the way. Player, just tell me how to do it. Philosopher, when you focus only on the end, you miss the joy of each jump. They're the ones who stand on the edge of a tower in Tower of Hell, looking down at all the noobs falling off, and mutter, life is just one giant obby. And we're all just trying not to fall. They'll give speeches mid-game. You'll be sweating, trying to survive natural disaster survival, and they'll type in chat, whether the flood rises or the fire burns, remember, we all respawn in the end. Sometimes they get so deep that even they don't know what they're talking about anymore. Every Robux spent is a reminder that time is the real currency. A true friend is worth more than a Dominus. Obbies aren't hard. Trust is hard. And here's the funniest part, the Philosopher never actually wins. They die in the dumbest ways possible. They'll walk straight off the obby stage because they're too busy typing inspirational quotes. They'll get eliminated in a battle royale while staring at the sunset, whispering, even the strongest warrior must one day log off. But the Roblox Philosopher is the perfect end stage because they represent what every player eventually realizes. Roblox isn't just a game. It's a world where you grew up, made friends, learned lessons, got scammed, laughed, raged, and kept coming back. It's messy, chaotic, and sometimes pay to win. But it's also home, and when a Roblox Philosopher logs off, you know they'll be back. Not for wins. Not for Robux. But just to watch the story of Roblox keep unfolding. And that, my friends, is the evolution of a Roblox player. From the noob who can't figure out how to climb a ladder, to the scam victim who swears they'll never trust anyone again, to the traitor who treats Adopt Me like Wall Street, all the way to the Philosopher who drops quotes nobody asked for. But here's the funny part, even though I laid it out in stages, the truth is, most of us don't go through Roblox in a straight line. You bounce around. One day you're a try-hard grinding leaderboards for hours, the next day you're chilling in a roleplay game pretending to be a pizza delivery guy. Some people quit and come back years later, others never leave. And some people just stay in stage 1 forever. Walking off obby edges and asking how to jump. What makes Roblox special isn't just the games. It's the shared journey. Everyone remembers their first Robux purchase, their first favorite game, their first friend request that actually mattered. Everyone has a story of rage quitting at midnight, or getting jump scared in a horror game, or laughing so hard in a roleplay lobby that their cheeks hurt. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Roblox isn't one game, it's thousands of little worlds stitched together, and each world is like a snapshot of your Roblox life at that moment. When you were younger, it might have been Adopt Me or Meat City. Later, it was Arsenal or Tower of Hell. And someday, when you log back in years from now, it'll be something completely new. but it'll still feel familiar. Because it's Roblox, and let's be real, Roblox has raised a whole generation of kids into teens, and teens into adults who still secretly log in after work. The noobs of 2014 are the veterans now, dropping wisdom in chat and saying things like, "Back in my day, you didn't even have layered clothing." Meanwhile, the noobs of today are running around with anime swords, blasting emotes, and roasting you in voice chat. The cycle just keeps going. So what stage are you in? Are you the new player making every possible mistake? The event hunter grinding badges like your life depends on it? The nostalgic returner checking in after years away? Or maybe you're already a Roblox philosopher, standing on a block, typing inspirational quotes while falling off the obby. Whatever stage you're in, here's the thing, Roblox is always changing, but the experience of growing up in it never really goes away. The laughs, the rage, the scams, the trades, the fails, the wins, it all sticks with you, and one day, years from now, you'll log back in again. The graphics will be different. The games will be new. The avatars will probably look way too realistic. But the feeling? The feeling will be exactly the same. You'll spawn into a random lobby, look around, and think, wow. It feels good to be back. Because at the end of the day, Roblox isn't just a game. It's a timeline of who you were, who you are, and who you'll become. And whether you're here for the wins, the friends, the trades, or just the memes, you're part of the story. The story of Roblox.